Now, we just did rational functions where we converted from expanded to factored form, and now we're going to go backwards. So we're going to look at the two examples, number 5 and number 6, where we're given factored form and we have to actually convert back to expanded. And what you're going to do with these is you're just going to use FOIL or distribution to expand the factors that you're given. So let's look at number 5. We'll concentrate on number 5. I want to go from factored form back to expanded. So my first step in number 5 is I look at the denominator, the x plus 4. That's already factored out. There's nothing else I can do with that. But in the denominator, I have two factors. And I'm going to use the distributive property. So x times x is x squared. And x times 4 is 4x. And actually, that's all you have to do for that when you're done. That is your expanded form. So we're going to go back on our table over here on number 5, and I'm going to add my expanded form, x plus 4 over x squared plus 4x. So let's look at the next example. Let's look at number 6. Number 6 is in factored form. We want to convert to expanded. Again, it's nice and neat because the numerator is already just a single factor. You don't have to multiply. But the denominator is the product of two binomials. Now, we use FOIL, first, outer, inner, last, but I'm just going to use a visual that'll make it a little easier for you. We're going to use distribution, so we're going to take this term and we're going to multiply it by both. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. And then I want to take this term, the positive 1, and multiply it by both. So positive 1 times x is just positive x, and positive 1 times negative 3 is negative 3. So looking at this, I have to determine, is there anything that I can combine? And the answer is yes. I can combine negative 3x and positive 1x. So the numerator stays the same, and now I have x squared, and negative 3x plus x is negative 2x minus 3. Now I'm done. I have taken this from factored form all the way to expanded form. Now, we didn't have a particular example on this one. Let me go ahead and write this in first, and I'll give you another example. So this becomes x plus 1 over x squared minus 2x minus 3. Now, although we didn't have one on this particular sheet, let's look at a situation like this. What if I had been given an example, 2x minus 3, x plus 2 over x minus 7, 3x plus 4. Let's say I was giving this. Now this is in factored form, and we want to convert this to expanded form. So I would do the same process. You can use FOIL, first, outer, inner, last, which is the same thing as using distribution. So I'm going to take the 2x and multiply it by both terms. So 2x times x is 2x squared. 2x times 2 is 4x. Now I'm going to do the second term, which is the negative 3, and multiply it by both. Negative 3 times x is negative 3x, and negative 3 times 2 is negative 6. So let's look at the bottom. Before we do any combinations, let's look at the bottom. We're going to do the same thing. I'm going to take the x, and I'm going to multiply it by the 3x and the 4. X times 3x is 3x squared. X times 4 is 4x. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the second term. I'm going to take the negative 7, multiply it by 3x and 4. So you've got negative 21x minus 28. The last step for me is going to be, can I combine anything here? And the answer is yes. I have a positive 4x and a negative 3x I can combine on top, and I have a positive 4x and a negative 21x I can combine on the bottom. Those are my like terms. So I will have 2x squared. 4x minus 3x is x minus 6 over 3x squared, and 4x minus 21x is minus 17x minus 28. And that is going to be the expanded form of those factors. Once again, we use distribution, 2x squared plus 4x minus 3x minus 6, and 3x squared plus 4x minus 21x minus 28. And that is how you convert from factored form to expanded form.